Hey guys and girls, Outdoor Gypsy here, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and my initial takes on Reactive Outdoor's 3-second tent. Up, undo it, and you're done. That really took me like 2 seconds to set that up. Not gonna lie, that was actually fun. I don't care how old you are, you could be 5 or 99 years old. Unboxing anything is like Christmas Day. All right, first things first, looks like the box here has some damage. Box over here is kind of coming off, not taped very well. Same thing at this end. I'm not exactly thrilled when I see a box like this personally, so let's see if there's any damage on the product internally. Initial thoughts, just pulling the product out of the box. There doesn't appear to be any damage, so that is the plus. One perk I do like about this right now at the moment is it does have a nice carrying handle, which makes that carrying it to and from the campsite nice and easy. Looks like the tent package is held together by these two little clips here, so I'm just going to undo these. And let's try and fold out this tent real quick. This is the carrying bag which housed the tent. And within the bag we have a little cardboard thank you card. Looks like, I'm guessing, either a footprint or a rainfly. I misspoke. Looks like this might be a rainfly of some sort. Instructions in the bag, as well as anchors to anchor the tent down. My initial impressions right now on the carrying bag, just feeling the material, it feels somewhat thin. I wouldn't say it's the highest quality. Time to see how quickly and easily this tent goes up. So you just stack it vertically. Looks like all the supports just kind of fall out, which is nice. You just have to unfold them. And then once you have them unfolded, obviously you can see here you're gonna have to realign them a little bit with the footprint. And once you have it aligned with the footprint here, all it really requires is you just to lift up on this. And then here's the most satisfying part of this whole process. Now, I don't know if you timed that, but I would have to agree that probably takes 3 seconds to put that into place. This is how gratifying this is, that you want to just almost keep doing it over and over again. That's the extent of the put up here with this tent. Again, up, snapper in place, ta-da, you are done with the setup. That is pretty cool. Nice part here with the frame extension. There's nice little instructions here that just say pull joint to fold. So as you can see, all I'm going to do is pull out, and then this unlocks the clips and the joint, and then it easily folds. One more time for the more proximal joint. You fold that like that, and then you would proceed to do that with all 4 legs. You just tip it down, roll it up, tie it up, and that's pretty much as easy as 1, 2, 3 on the setup and the disassembly. Another thing that I'm going to mention is that the tent comes with a built-in rainfly. This is just very convenient. Rainfly to protect the tent, a little mini rainfly to protect the center housings from the elements. That's about as convenient as a tent setup is going to get. Another feature that's pretty common on most tents is this bathtub floor, where you see the gray meet the green, just to help further keep the water out of your tent. Let's unzip it. We can see on the inside. Now keep in mind, this is the larger of their tents, or a 2/3 person. Nice part about this tent is you can unzip the windows to get a little bit better airflow. There you go, nice ventilation here. I would say the peak of the tent is pretty tall. I am 6'2", 6'3", and you can see even with my hat on, I still have plenty of room to sit up in this tent. That is to me a very big plus. I'm gonna lay down in this tent just to give you some scale and perspective. You'll be able to determine whether or not you're gonna be able to sleep in this by yourself, with 2 or possibly even 3 people. One thing I notice immediately when I lay down, again, the tent walls kind of are loosely coming into my feet, so I am almost propping them up. I am not a fan of that. And then when I lay down here, So I would say as a guy my size, I am barely fitting in this from end to end. This should be a little bit more tied out to maximize the footprint of this tent. From the outside perspective, this is what I was talking about, where you can see that the wall here is caving in, which just makes you lose size when you're in the tent. It would be a nice added feature if they were able to put some kind of guy line attachment here to maximize the size of the footprint of this tent. Another critique I have here of the tent are the guy lines. I do have some tension on this guy line, and so long as I have this set up correctly, I don't really find that it's serving much utility. All right, guys, there you have it. The unboxing and my initial takes on the Reactive Outdoor 3-second tent. This tent retails for $149. For the quality of the build, I think this is very much worth it at that price point. Who do I think this tent is for? I really think that this tent lends itself well for somebody who wants a quick setup, introduction to the camping. This is your tent. Who I do not think this is for is somebody who really wants high quality build, it's a really high-end tent, or you're gonna be going out backpacking with this tent. All right, guys, that does it for me for now. I am the Outdoor Gypsy. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you next time.